All right, I'm Blaine Weyland. Once again, another bonus edition of Locker Talk. Joining me this week is going to be a couple of the star 19-year-old Estevan Bruins players. I'm joined with Matt Brykaliuk, Tanner Froese, and let's talk about round one of the heated rivalry between the Estevan Bruins and the Weyburn Red Wings. Now this season, a little bit of history, I guess you could say, with the Bruins and Red Wings. Dwight McMillan, he's the head coach of the Weyburn Red Wings, his last season supposedly with the Red Wings. What's that like, as players? Obviously, you don't go head-to-head with Dwight like that, but still, obviously when he's the head coach of the Weyburn Red Wings, his number one rival is the Estevan Bruins, and you guys are going to be a part of, a part of that final season series against them. Does that at all mean much, as players, playing against, obviously, a legendary coach like that?
I don't think it really matters to the players per se, but just he affects their team, obviously, and he'll be making sure they're fired up to play hard against us, so it's definitely going to affect the games for sure.
Oh, he's been coaching there for over 30 years, and this is last season. He's going to be putting everything into it. And he's going to have a good team, so we're going to have to come out and bring everything we have.
Of course, this is the first time you guys are facing Weyburn since last year's playoff series. Let's just go quickly back to that series against Weyburn last year. It was a 4-game sweep, but we see it so many times in hockey. Sometimes the sweeps, is it fair to say, it was a very misleading indication of what really happened in that series, because you guys had an advantage in game one. Game two was fairly close. And do you feel like it was a lot closer than a 4-game sweep?
Well, for sure, yeah. It seemed a lot closer. I mean, that first game, we kind of let it slip away there near the end. It easily could have been 1-0 for us, and then we would have rolled from there, or at least maybe got a couple more wins or whatever. But
definitely should have been a series sweep. I mean, that first game was close. If we would have took it, it would have been a whole different series.
What's it like, this season, a lot of new players in Weyburn. You guys got a lot of guys back. What's it like, facing more of a new crop with the Red Wings?
It's kind of a better feeling. I know last year it seemed like they were stacked. Like, they're big, they're strong. They'd usually use their size to their advantage against us. It's hard to get in front of the net and battle them. So with a new crop of players, I guess we haven't played their full team yet, but it should be a little bit easier.
Yeah, new crop players that you don't know. I mean, you don't know how they play, so it'll be a surprise to see what they put together here.
Now, last year, of course, they were led by that scoring line that lit up the league. This year, I think they're going to be more of a team that relies on their depth, getting scoring from everywhere. And plus, I think their blue line's maybe a little bit better this year as opposed to last year. They're probably going to rely on their D a little bit. So obviously, going to have to change your approach a little bit, but is it more of a manageable series for you guys, going to a team that, relies on depth as opposed to that line last year where really every SJHL team had issues with them?
Yeah, it's kind of a relief, to be honest. That first line they had or whatever is pretty stacked, and they got most of their points or whatever. So just having a more balanced roster that they have, kind of like we have too, just be an even matchup, I think.
Yeah, I think this year we have to be more worried about their defense. They got quite a few big guys, and they're all good, so it's a more defensive thing we have to worry about this year.
Now, to start off this season series, you guys are not actually playing back-to-back. You guys are playing here in Estevan, then a couple weeks later you go to Weyburn before you guys resume. What's traditionally head-to-head match? You guys play either in Estevan first, and the next night go back to Weyburn, or vice versa. Do you like this fact that you guys only get them once and you kind of have a couple weeks break before you continue that head-to-head matchup, or you prefer to play 2 games in 2 nights against them?
I'd probably rather play 2 games in 2 nights, just because whoever loses that first night is just going to be more inspired to beat the team the next day or whatever. So I don't know. I guess with a couple weeks layoff or whatever, they kind of hold a grudge. So it'll be the same way either way. 2
games, 2 nights. I think I like it. I mean, it makes the games more exciting and it makes them more intense. So yeah, I like it better.
Is it more important to beat Weyburn in Estevan? Really make that crowd atmosphere and make it more tougher for the Red Wings for the next time they come here?
Yeah, it's for sure just to give our fans something to cheer about. I know they're really against Weyburn, so if we can win that first game and then go into Weyburn, it'll even be a better game there.
Yeah, I mean, anytime Weyburn comes into our barn and they can't win, that's our rivals.
All right, guys. Well, looking forward to Saturday night. It's the Estevan Bruins, the Weyburn Red Wings here at Spectra Place. And that's a bonus edition of Locker Talk. I'm Blaine Weyland.